Hi students, how are you? Are you safe there? Okay, in previous class we are discussed about the reproduction in animals. In reproduction, the majority of organisms have the capacity to reproduce younger ones. And most of the organisms reproduce and producing exact copies of themselves. That reproduction is known as the asexual reproduction. That in that reproduction, asexual reproduction, there is no fusion between any gametes, male and female gamete, without any fusion of gametes. That is asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction takes place with asexual reproduction includes budding and then regeneration, spore formation, spore development, and then some of the vegetative propagations are here. These are the asexual reproduction methods. Now we are in this topic. We are studying about the reproduction in animals. Reproduction is the essential for the continuity of life. Reproduction is the essential program to continuity of our life. So, have you noticed? Could you happen? The organisms have not reproduced. Have you noticed about it? Organisms have no reproduction process. What happened at them? Yes, the population, number of organisms, a particular number of organisms, the number is decreased. That will change all the food chain, all the connections of the organisms. So the reproduction is very important one. In previous class we have already learned about modes of reproductions. Modes of reproductions are asexual and sexual reproductions are here. Within the reproduction, most of the organisms, the largest animals, reproduced with the process of sexual reproduction. The angiospermal plants, the flowering plants are included, the sexual reproductive plants. And the most of the smallest organisms, like unicellular organisms, and some of the gymnospermic plants, and some of the plants, simplest plants, there is no plant, it's not angiospermic plants. They are in the asexual reproduction, they are used in the asexual reproduction methods. Okay, and then we discussing about some organisms like chicks, butterfly, cow, frog, etc. Look at that. Have you noticed about the bacteria? Bacteria will reproduce asexual method by the method of binary fission method. That means bacteria reproduce asexually and they were divided into two exact copies of themselves. That means there is no change, no similarity, no dissimilarities with the parents and the progenies. But in the case of largest animals, we can see more dissimilarities in their progeny to compare to the parents. Suppose the hen laying egg. That leg is developed into a chick. Look at the structure of chick. There is no developing the exact copies one. There is some color changes, structure changes. But this is the progeny of this hen. Smallest changes are here. In human beings, the babies are not. There is some resemblance between parents and progenies, because that is some characteristics features are transferred the parents to the fetus, parents to the babies. That means the genetical characters. But in the case of the external characters, some of the external characters will be transferred. But these are not exact same. These are not exact copies. And I will give you another example is frog. The younger ones of the frog is tadpole. That is like a fish-like structure. The tadpole structure is fish-like structure. They can swim. But after some days, that tadpole will changes will happen. Firstly, the tail will be absent and neck will be shortened, and the jumping characteristic features are arise. These are the changes. Okay. And this is the importance of reproduction. And finally, the last we are discussing what is sexual reproduction, the fusion of male and female gametes to make a baby, to make a next generation, to make a child, make a new individual. That is sexual reproduction. Okay, and then in sexual reproduction, in the case of human beings, there are two types of sex organs are here. There are two types of sex reproductive systems are here. That the reproductive systems are male reproductive systems and female reproductive system. These are the male reproductive system and female reproductive system. Male reproductive system and female reproductive system. And then we were discussed about the male reproductive system. What are the parts of the male reproductive system? What are the parts of the male reproductive system? Do you recollect this one? Yes, a pair of testes. A pair of testes and two sperm ducts. And last, that is the penis. First one is the pair of testes. Testes may produce sperms. These are the male reproductive part. Sperms are the male reproductive parts. And we discuss about the structure of sperm. A head, a neck, and a tail also. The structure of sperm. The tail helps to locomotion, and this is the genetical and structural part of the sperms. This is the controlling part of the sperm. This is the nucleatic part of the sperm. And when testis produce the sperms, the sperms will connected with some fluid medium that is produced by the seminal vesicles. And these sperms plus this fluid medium is commonly known as the semen. That comes out through the penis. The penis is the common passage for the urine and the sperm, urine and the semen. This is the male reproductive system. We are already discussed this one. I just recollecting this one. Okay, now we are going to studying about the female reproductive system. Look, female reproductive system. In female reproductive system, that means the female reproductive organs have a pair of ovaries. First one is a pair of ovaries. A pair of ovaries and then a pair of oviducts. Oviduct is otherwise known as the fallopian tube. And the uterus. And the uterus. These are the male reproductive system, male reproductive organs. Sorry, these are the female reproductive organs. What are they? A pair of ovaries, oviduct or fallopian tube, and then last to that is the uterus. Okay. Then a pair of ovaries, a female reproductive organ, that is the pair of ovaries produce ova or egg. Produced ova or egg. This is single cell. This is single celled one. This is a single celled one. Look at that. Female reproductive organ consisting of a pair of ovaries, oviduct, and one last one is the uterus. The pair of ovaries. The ovary is situated in where? In female, a pair of ovaries are situated within the abdomen side. Within the abdominal side. And just near to the kidneys. Just near to the kidneys. So, the female reproductive organs, those are a pair of ovaries, oviduct and uterus. And then, first one is a pair of ovaries. The ovaries are situated in the abdominal side of the abdominal side, just beneath the, just near the kidney. That ovaries produced ova or egg. These are single celled structure. These are single celled structure. And then, in this cell, nucleus and cytoplasm in it. In this single cell, nucleus, cytoplasm are present in it. nucleus and cytoplasm present in it. The egg is comparatively larger than the sperm. Egg is comparatively larger than the sperm. Okay, and then next is the oviduct fallopian tube. Oviduct is main function is collection of ovules from the ovaries. Collection of ovules. Collection of egg. The oviduct have the tip of the oviduct have a finger-like structure. The ovary produced an egg. That finger-like projection is captured, absorbed that egg, and this egg is travels towards to the uterus. That is oviduct or fallopian tubules. And this is the site for the fertilization. This is the site of the fertilization. And then what is the fertilization? What is the fertilization? Fertilization means the fusion of male and female gametes. In the case of these human beings, a fusion of egg and sperm, that is fertilization. That fertilization takes place within the oviduct. That fertilization is done with the oviduct or fallopian tube. Next is the uterus. After fertilization, the uterus is the site of the storage of where the newborn baby is developed within the uterus. The newborn baby developed place. Newborn baby. Newborn baby developed place. That is the uterus. It's a bag-like structure. It's a bag-like structure and covered with many more membranes are here. Fluidic membranes are here. This is the protecting layer of the baby. Okay, and once again, I just repeat. The female reproductive system, the female reproductive organs consist of a pair of ovaries and oviduct or fallopian tubules and then uterus. A pair of ovaries produce ova or egg. These are the single celled one. These have nucleus and cytoplasm. The pair of ovaries situated in the abdominal side of the human beings and just near the kidney. And the second is the oviduct. Oviduct is the site for the fertilization. Oviduct collect the ova or egg for fertilization. That is the oviduct or fallopian tubules. The next is the uterus, where they are the newborn babies. The new babies are the development of baby. Where the place of the development of the baby. This is the site. Okay, and the next point is the ova, egg, is comparatively larger than the sperm. That means egg is very large one. Egg have cytoplasm, cell membrane, and nucleus, nucleolus, etc. Nuclear inclusion cells, etc. The largest cell, if we know about the largest cell, is the egg of ostrich. Largest cell is egg of ostrich. This is the largest cell. We can see the largest cell, that is the ostrich egg. Okay, these are the female reproductive organs. Once again, female reproductive organs are a pair of ovaries, oviduct or fallopian tube, and the last is the uterus. A pair of ovaries, where there the pair of ovaries were situated in the abdominal side just near the kidney. Situated in the abdominal side just near the kidney, and in these ovaries are produced single-celled nucleus and cytoplasm have egg or ova. And the next is the oviduct. The oviduct is the collecting point of the ova, and oviduct is the point of fertilization. Oviduct is the point of fertilization, and the uterus is where the newborn babies were developed within the uterus. Okay, and finally we say that the egg of ostrich. The egg of ostrich is the largest cell ever have seen. Okay, this is the reproductive system. Once more, the female reproductive system. The female reproductive organ consists of a pair of ovaries, oviduct or fallopian tube, uterus, and then the pair of ovaries. Ovaries are situated in the abdominal side of the human body and just near the kidney. Abdominal side of the body and just near the kidney. The ovaries produced single-celled ova or egg. Single-celled ova or egg. This egg have nucleus, dense nucleus and clear cytoplasm. That means all cellular inclusions are mitochondria, ribosome, etc. The all cellular inclusions are present in it. The second one is the oviduct or fallopian tube. This is a pair of tubes are here. The both side, both ovaries are connected with the oviduct end. Oviduct end is the finger-like projections are here. That finger-like projections helps to absorb the ovum. To absorb the ovum that produced by the ovaries. So the fallopian tubes end, the both of the end, the finger-like projections are collecting the ovum or egg, and the oviduct is the site of fertilization also. The site of fertilization, and the last is the uterus, where there is the development of baby is done here. It's a bag-like structure. It have nutritive layers, the mucous layers, and this is the protecting area of the newborn baby, that is the uterus. And the last point is egg of ostrich is the largest cell ever seen. These are the main points of the female reproductive system. And then next we are discussing about the fusion. That means the male sex product, the male sex cells, that means sperms are male and the egg or ova are the female. The fusion of sperms and egg, that is known as the fertilization. Known as the fertilization. The fertilization means the fusion of male and female gamete. Here the male gamete is the sperms and the female gamete is the egg or ova. That is the fertilization. Sometimes, one time, the male reproductive organ produce more than thousands of sperms at a time, and these sperms are reached in the oviduct or fallopian tube, but only one sperm can closing towards with the egg or ova. That sperms will penetrate in the oval outside of the body, the oval membrane. They penetrating. That means this is the egg. The egg structure have a nucleus, a dense cytoplasm, and cell inclusions are here. This is the plasma membrane of the cell, and this is the nuclear membrane of the cell. The sperms are rounding towards the egg. The sperms are rounding towards the egg, and one of the sperm is penetrating to inside of the cell, penetrating the plasma membrane, and travels towards to the center of the cell and fusing with cytoplasm firstly, and secondly they fuse with the nucleus. This process is known as the fertilization. Once again, the male sex products, that are the sperms, and the female sex product is the egg or ova. And after intercourse, the sperms will enter into the female body, and then the sperms are traveling towards the egg of the female reproductive system. Finally, they reach towards the egg, the site of the meeting of this egg and sperm, that is the oviduct. And then they rejoin. The one sperm is penetrating to inside of the ovum. After the fertilization, the sperms connecting with the eggs to form zygote. Zygote will be formed, and then this zygote is traveling towards the uterus, but not reaches in the uterus, but they are traveling towards the uterus, and then zygote is later under divisions, continuous divisions. Zygote have continuous divisions, and the zygote will be formed towards the embryo. Zygote is converted into embryo. That embryo is attached to the uterus. That embryo is attached to the uterine wall or uterus. Then the embryo undergo the continuous divisions. The meiotic, mitotic divisions undergo this time, and then finally embryo will develop into the newborn baby. Newborn baby. This is the fertilization. After fertilization, the newborn baby is done. Okay, and once again, just recollecting, the male reproductive systems. The male reproductive systems are a pair of testes, and then seminal vesicles, and then seminal ducts, and then last is the penis, and the female reproductive structures are the pair of ovaries, oviduct, and the uterus. Okay, the production of sperms is very important to this, because the pair of testes are situated in just outside the human body. That means just beneath the abdomen side. Why? The sperm productions is not sure in the human body temperature. That means 37 degrees Celsius is a unfavorable condition of sperm production. So the testes are situated in the outside of the body, just outside of the body. That is a sac-like structure. So the penis is in external erect structure. These are connected with each other. The sperms will be produced. That is the production of sperms are known as the spermatogenesis. Production of sperms known as the spermatogenesis. Okay, and then sperm produced, female sex organs, ovaries, a pair of ovaries, they produce the egg. In a baby, in a child, the girl is born. When a girl is born, inside the ovaries there are number of ovules are in there. Thousands, more than thousands of ovules are there. After puberty, she reaches the puberty. One of the egg is developed in every month. One of the egg is developed in every month for fertilization. For the fertilization development. But sometimes the fertilization is not happened. The fertilization is not happened. At that time, the egg with blood and some uterus layers are ejected towards the outside of the body. That process is known as the menstruation. That takes place every 28 days is a cycle of this. These are the main points. One, and we are discussing about fertilization. That fertilization is mainly two types. Fertilization are mainly two types. Internal fertilization and the external fertilization. Internal fertilization and external fertilization. We have discussed about the fertilization. That means the fusion of male and female gametes. In this class, we are discussing about the human beings, the sperms and the egg. The fusion of sperms and egg. That is fertilized within the oviduct or fallopian tube. That means inside the body. The fertilization takes place within the body. That fertilization is known as the internal fertilization. Example, human beings. All the human beings have under the internal fertilization method. So this is the internal fertilization. Examples: humans, dog, cat, etc. The fertilization takes place within a body, within the inside of the body. That is internal fertilization. Next is the external fertilization. That fusion of gametes are outside the body, are done not in the body and outside the body. That is known as the external fertilization. Main example is fish and some amphibians like frog. Fish and frog are the examples for the external fertilization organisms. That means fertilization, the fusion of gametes takes place outside of the body. In the case of frog, the female frogs laying egg continuously, more than 100 eggs are one time, and they covered with a mucus layer, and that dip in an aquatic medium, the egg laying in an aquatic medium, and they united and they just like colony like structures. Then protective mediums are there, protective fluid mediums are there, and then after this egg laying, the male frog will come and sitting on the wall of the egg and producing some sperms, the male reproductive structures, and then sperms are rejoined, fertilized with that female frog laid eggs, and then fertilization takes place in outside the body. After fertilization, that egg will develop into tadpole. Tadpole. That means the younger ones of the frog, that is the tadpole. The tadpole and frog, there is no similarities of these structural arrangements, because the tadpoles have tail, head, that like a fish-like structure. Tadpole have a fish-like structure. Later on, they disappear some organs from it and they develop into a mature frog. That means the younger one is very differences is compared to the parents. Look at this thing. Frog, tadpole. These are dissimilar ones. In tadpole, the tadpole have disappears the tail and the neck were shortened and disappeared and lost the capacity to swimming fastly, but regained the capacity for jumping. That is known as the metamorphosis. That is known as the metamorphosis. Metamorphosis means the younger one organisms have changes to get for achieving the finest form of the parent organisms. That is the metamorphosis. The metamorphosis is also present in the butterflies, the pupa, larva, and then caterpillar, and then wings are formed and colors are present, colors are appear, the flying capacity is regained and flying. That is the metamorphosis. Okay, once again, fertilization means the fusion of male and female gametes. In the case of human beings, sperms and egg. Okay, two types of fertilizations are here: internal fertilization and external fertilization. Internal fertilization means the fertilization takes place within a body, means the inside the body, that is internal fertilization. Examples: human, dog, cat, etc. All the largest organisms are included in this internal fertilization. And the next is the external fertilization. External fertilization is the fertilization takes place outside the body. Example: fish, frog. Most of the amphibians have external fertilization methods. Okay, and then the frog, the younger ones of the frog is called as the tadpole. There is no similarities between the parent and the younger ones. They can change more type changes are here, takes place here, and then converted into a complete parent organism. The complete parent organism, and that process is known as the metamorphosis, and this is the fertilization. Okay, and I will give you some question. Question number 1. That is, what is the site of fertilization? What is the site of fertilization? What is the site of fertilization? And site of fertilization. And second question is, explain female reproductive structures. The female reproductive structures are ovaries, the pair of ovaries, and oviduct or fallopian tube, and then the uterus, and the first is the ovaries. Ovaries produce egg or ovum, and the second one is oviduct, the collecting part of the ovules, that is the oviduct. That part is the site of the fertilization, and then at last the oviduct, the uterus, that is the newborn baby developed area, and third one is the notes on two types of fertilization. Two type of fertilization. Notes on two type of fertilization. The two type of fertilizations are external fertilization and internal fertilization. That internal fertilization is the fertilization takes place inside the body. That is the internal. That may the examples of the internal fertilization is human, cat, dog, etc. And the fertilization takes place outside the body. That is known as the external fertilization. Example: fish, frog, etc. Okay. You must write this question and answer in your own notebook, and must you read your textbooks. And thank you for cooperating with me. See you tomorrow.